Your mother tried to kill herself last night. Jessica's coffee cup crashes to the floor of her Denver office. What? Margaret was found unconscious in her bathtub by her husband, David. Overdose of sleeping pills. She's stable, but Jessica, something's wrong. Get here now. The line goes dead. Jessica stares at her phone, mind reeling. Husband? What husband? Hospital room 218. Jessica bursts in to find her mother unconscious, looking 20 years older. But what stops her cold is the stranger beside the bed. Expensive suit, cold blue eyes, gold wedding ring. You must be Jessica. I'm David Mitchell, your stepfather. My what? We married 3 weeks ago. Margaret was embarrassed about the age difference. Impossible. My mother tells me everything. David's smile never reaches his eyes. Your mother's been having memory issues, the stress of your father's death. She's very confused now. Jessica studies her mother's gaunt face. Where's her wedding ring? She took it off before she hurt herself. Dr. Martinez appears. Jessica, we need to talk. Now. Dr. Martinez closes his office door. Has your mother ever been suicidal? Never. She was making travel plans, talking about the future. That's what I thought. Jessica, your mother doesn't have a prescription for the drug that nearly killed her. Someone with medical knowledge has been systematically medicating her with drugs that cause confusion, memory loss, and in large doses, death. Jessica's blood runs cold. You think someone's poisoning her. I think your mother's in serious danger, and you're the only one who can save her. Jessica races to her childhood home. Her key doesn't work. David answers with a legal document. Your mother signed the house over to me. You need to leave. Jessica scans the deed. $900,000 house, transferred to David Mitchell. She'd never signed this. Everything's legal. She wanted me taken care of. You've been drugging her. David's mask drops completely. Your mother's mental state is deteriorating. Even if she survives, no one would believe her. The door slams. Jessica stands on the porch of her stolen childhood home, but her fear transforms into rage. David made one mistake. He underestimated Margaret Chen's daughter. Marcus, he's killed before. Patricia Williams, Eleanor Santos, Helen Crawford, Dorothy Kim. All died within 6 months of marriage. Jessica's voiceover images. He's a serial killer with a pattern. Phone rings. Mrs. Patterson, neighbor. Jessica, your mother called 3 days ago, crying. Said David kept telling her she was forgetting things she didn't remember forgetting. She was scared. Said if anything happened, I should call you. She said David wasn't who he pretended to be, back at the hospital. Dr. Martinez reduces Margaret's sedation secretly while keeping David believing she's unconscious. The risk is enormous, Dr. Martinez warns. If he suspects, he won't. Jessica cuts him off. Next morning, Jessica watches from the hallway as David approaches Margaret's bed with pills. The nurse leaves. David leans over Margaret's seemingly unconscious form. Time for your medicine. Just a few more days, and your suffering will be over. Margaret's eyes flutter open, clearer than they've been in months. David, what are those pills? Medicine to make you better. I feel better today. Maybe I don't need so many pills. David's jaw tightens. Margaret, you tried to kill yourself. You need these. I don't remember wanting to die. David grabs her wrist violently. You don't have a choice, you stupid old woman. You'll take these pills like you have for months. When you have another accident, nobody will question it. Margaret's eyes fill with terror. You've been poisoning me. I've been putting you out of your misery. 4 others went the same way. You made it easy, so desperate, so trusting. You killed them. And you're next. Now take your medicine or I'll force them down your throat. Jessica steps out from behind the curtain, phone recording. I don't think she will. David spins around, face contorting with rage. You little bitch! Long enough to record your confession to serial murder. Give me that phone or she dies right now. David lunges. Jessica presses a button. Security guards and police flood the room. David Mitchell, you're under arrest for attempted murder, elder abuse, fraud, and multiple homicides. Handcuffs click. David's composure shatters. You can't prove anything. We found your notebook detailing the whole plan, Detective Rodriguez says, including when you planned to kill her and how much you expected to inherit. David's face goes white. This isn't over. Yes, it is. Margaret sets down 2 cups. David's been charged with murdering Patricia Williams and Dorothy Kim. Life in prison, no parole. How do you feel about testifying? Scared but determined. Those women deserve justice. Jessica takes her mother's hand. I'm proud of you, Mom. You saved my life, Jessie. Margaret pulls out travel brochures. I'm thinking about that Italy trip your father and I always planned. Want to come? Jessica's eyes fill with tears. I'd love that. As they plan their trip, Jessica reflects. She'd almost lost her mother to a predator who'd stolen from 5 families. But justice was served. Margaret looks out the window of the house that had been in their family for generations, the house that would stay in their family. You know what's strange? I feel grateful. Grateful? David showed me how precious life is, how quickly it can be taken. I thought it was too late for adventure after your father died. But now I know. It's never too late to fight back. Outside, the sun sets over their reclaimed home. Margaret Chen had survived a serial killer's attempt to steal not just her wealth, but her life.